In 1863, you needed a magnifying glass to read the New York Times. It cost 4 cents on Sundays. Most of the left column on this day in October of 1863 was saved for updates about the Civil War that was ripping a big gaping hole through the center of our democracy over the issue of slavery. Here are some of the headlines. Recovery of wounded, 13,000 casualties. Longstreet's corps utterly routed. In the fall of 1863, the Union was on defense. They had just lost a major battle in Georgia. More than 34,000 people died in just that one battle. The Civil War was a crescendo. The nation was close to tearing itself irrevocably apart. It was an open question whether the country would emerge as one nation or two. But in the midst of all that despair, the president went looking to impart a little hope. And so, printed right next to all those updates about the death and destruction caused by the war was a proclamation by the President of the United States of America. Quote, "The year that is drawing towards its close has been filled with the blessings of fruitful fields and healthful skies. In the midst of a civil war of unequaled magnitude and severity, peace has been preserved with all nations. Order has been maintained. The laws have been respected and obeyed. Needful diversions of wealth and of strength from the fields of peaceful industry to the national defense have not arrested the plow, the shuttle, or the ship. The axe has enlarged the borders of our settlements. No human counsel hath devised, nor hath any mortal hand worked out these great things. It has seemed to me fit and proper that they should be solemnly, reverently, and gratefully acknowledged as with one heart and one voice by the whole American people. I do therefore invite my fellow citizens in every part of the United States to set apart and observe the last Thursday of November next as a day of Thanksgiving." In October 1863, while the nation was busy fighting a civil war, President Abraham Lincoln issued that Thanksgiving proclamation, asking the country to come together and take stock, to be thankful and hopeful in a time marred by conflict and war. And it is because of that mellifluous and profound piece of writing from our 16th president that we celebrate Thanksgiving today as a national holiday. Now, if you track the mashed potatoes on your Thanksgiving table through the winding path of history, you wind up here at that front page of the paper with that presidential proclamation. Our American landscape obviously looks a little different these days. Instead of dispatches from the battlefields in American states and casualty reports in the tens of thousands and wrenching debates over freedom versus enslavement, our newspapers today are filled with wildfires and troops at the border and wondering when the next indictments will come down. But even in times of national strife and times of national division, we still do set apart the day to take in the fruitful fields and healthful skies with one heart, one voice as a whole American people. And it's probably the understatement of the decade to say that's not often an easy lift. But here's to the attempt. And here's wishing you a happy, peaceful, and hopeful day of Thanksgiving. We'll be right back.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.